How are we, YouTube? George here. I hope you're all well and happy. And there's a channel update. I haven't done one of these in a while. And this has been coming for a while. And I've kept putting it off. So look, I'm just going to cut straight to the chase. There's a lot of radios here belonging to people that are here a lot of time. And as most of you know, last year was very eventful between my son being diagnosed with epilepsy, me falling off the roof. Like that's put me 4 months behind where I should be. There's just a lot going on. So the long and short of it is, all the radios that are here, I'm going to try and get through them as fast as I can and get them out of here and get them done. And that's it. I'm done. I'm just going to go back to doing what I used to do, where I'd be doing projects for myself. Reason being, there's a few reasons for it. The number one and main reason being Brexit, because the cost of getting radios over here it's crazy. And then when they get here, they have their hand out looking for VAT and duty and handling fees. I used to be able to send radios back to the UK for about £15. Now it's costing me the guts of 40 because I have to use the post office. The company I was using don't do that anymore. It was like a parcel motel, it was called, like a courier thing. It was very handy, but since Brexit came about, they've stopped doing that, and there's nobody else doing it either. Anything that comes from the UK, especially with a courier, they're going to have their hand out looking for fees. So there's that aspect of it, which has just made it financially not viable for either people sending radios here to get done, and for me to do the work that I do and then send them back. And that leads me on to the next question, the next part then, getting parts, like getting the frequency counters there, the Superstar counters or the FC347s. They can't be got at the moment, and any of them that do come up for sale are astronomical money. They're 50% dearer than they were when they were new, which is ludicrous. And no sign of them to come back into stock. So, that makes doing a lot of what I do very difficult, because I used to use a lot of those. I used to be able to buy those for £30 and £40 second hand, and strip them and put them into radios and stuff like that. So and then there's the actual time spent doing what I do here with these radios. And now, I'm not saying with everyone. There are some people that haunt me about the radios. Now, there are radios here, there are some radios here in excess of 2 years. And those radios will be done when I can get the parts that are required to do what the people want to be done to them. So there's various projects here in various stages of process, or progress, I suppose is a better word. So like those will have to be finished up because they're half stripped and whatnot. So we'll do our best to get the parts that's needed and get them done and get them out of here. There are other radios here, like Jay, I know if you're watching, we get your stuff boxed up and let you know how much that's going to be to send back. So if you have a project here and you're kind of concerned about it or whatever, let me know. Some people have been in contact with me in the last recent couple of weeks. There's no need for anybody that has contacted me in the last 2 to 3 weeks to start emailing me and whatnot. So we kind of know where we stand with one another as it is. But anybody else that has something here that's here a while, shoot me a mail. If I haven't done with it, we'll just send it back. There's the time spent, the parts, the increased costs and everything, shipping, postage, whatever you want to call it. And then, since I fell out there and everything that went on last year with the young fella and the whole lot, I don't have the same time as I had. And also, as I said, I think I said it a few update videos ago, like the channel is going to take a little bit of a turn in direction. Now there will still be radio stuff, but it's just going to be stuff I'll be doing for myself. There's going to be a big focus on getting the bike done out there, so there's going to be a lot of that stuff. There will still be hi-fi stuff, there'll still be car stuff, and it got to the stage with me out here where I was sitting here at this bench. Anytime I wasn't working, I was sitting out here, and I just felt like I had no spare time. I had no time to myself. It's pressure. People sending me radios. The first question I'd ask, I used to have this form that I used to make people send out. Is the radio working? Yes. Radio gets here, and it has a list of issues the length of your arm. Now, those of you that know me a while will know I do not enjoy repairing radios for a couple of reasons. First reason is I can only fix basic shit. Okay, I'm not interested in spending multiple hours hunting down a shorted out transistor or an open diode, or I'm not interested in that. I don't have the patience for it. It's not my bag. So what I have to do in that case is I have to bring the stuff to Ray, and I have to get Ray to do it. And I have to wait for Ray, and I'm not going to put any pressure on Ray because Ray works at his own pace, and that's the way he rolls. So that's just the way it is. So there's a good bit of stuff down there. What else? So like I said, there's a lot of stuff here that's well started, like that Rec Cobra 2000 and a few things like that. Like I'm just waiting for that to come back from Ray. He's got that working, but there seems to be some issues in the frequency counter that he's just trying to hunt down. And anybody that does this kind of work, like what Ray and I do, or anybody else for that matter, will tell you that times come where you have absolutely zero fucking interest in coming out here, especially this time of the year. It's cold, it's dampish, you just couldn't be bothered. So that's just where it is. So look, I've said what I wanted to say. So if you have something here and it's here a long time and I've nothing done with it, send me a mail. If you haven't spoken to me in the last 3 weeks via email or messenger, send me a message or an email, and we'll just discuss about getting it back. I have a pile of stuff here belonging to one guy, Billy. All your stuff is going to get done, don't worry. I know you're not in a hurry for it, you told me that at the start. But anybody else, just shoot me a mail, and once you send me the cost of sending it back or whatever, no problem, I'll box it up and ship it out. But I'm not going to be sending stuff back on my own dime, especially to the UK, because sending stuff to the UK at the moment is just, it's fucking crazy. I can send a box to the send to Russia cheaper than I can send a box across the water to the UK. It's nuts. So that's it, and I hope everybody's doing okay, and we'll get you again in the next one. All the best.